Welcome to another Beacon demonstration video. Today I'll be taking you through the global price changes function in Beacon, which allows you to super effectively change all your stock items' sell price or cost price en masse instead of individually one by one. So to do that, in Beacon back office or head office, you go to the stock menu up the top and then down to global price changes. From there, the global price changes window will come up there. From the top, you've got a few different parameters to pick from to restrict your items that you'd like to change. In this scenario, I'm going to have a mandate that I need to change all my cigarettes by 10%. I need to increase the sell price by 10%. So to do that, I'm going to use my stock groups option instead of the subgroups or the items or the supplies. So I'm going to untick that option. I'm going to pick my cigarettes, which is group number 21 to group 21. Also, I have the ability to restrict on certain keywords or exclude certain keywords. So in this case, if I just want to target perhaps say the Winfield cigarettes, I can do that as well. So I can type in this optional keyword here. From there, I've got now the ability to change either the sell price or the cost price using the bottom half of the screen there. So the first option is the retail, which is what I want to change in this case. So I'm going to tick the retail option, and I've got 4 different methods of how I can change my sell price in this case. So the first one is if you've defined a default GP, gross profit percentage, for your subgroup. This will effectively allow it to then apply to all the options, in this case cigarettes. The second option is if you have a value, so if you want to increase by a certain value, say 20 cents, you can do that, or $1, you can do that. Third one down is percentage value. So if you want to increase by say 10%, we can do that. If you want to just flat out give all the items a standard price, that's what the fourth option is for. It's called fixed value. In this case, I'm going to use the scenario. I'm going to say I'm going to increase by a percentage value. If it's decreasing, you can also put a negative symbol in there and define your value like so. But in this case, I'm going to increase my value to 10%, let's say. From there, I've also got the ability to base it off either the existing retail price or one of the other sell prices, or even a list price, a last cost, or an average cost. So lots of things to pick from, but I'm going to use retail. And then finally, if I want to round it to the nearest 5 cents, probably a good option in this case, so I'm going to tick that. Alternatively, you do have the ability to also edit prices 2, 3, 4, or the list price with very similar parameter options there. Finally, what region? So if you are part of a head office and you have multiple regions, this allows you to distinguish exactly which region you want the discount to go to. So in this case, I've only got one region because I'm just a standalone back office computer. That's fine with WA. From there, I'm now going to click the OK button, and it will give me all the relevant results with Winfield, which are part of the cigarettes group. Perfect. And you can see down the bottom it says total number of records 20 items. And also to the center of it, the instruction that says to remove a line from this list, just hold down the Shift key on your keyboard and click on the list. So perhaps if I went through this list and went, no, I think my roll your own tobaccos in this case are not relevant to this, so I'm just going to hold down my Shift key on the keyboard and just click, and it's gone. And I can do the same for the others. Let's hold down Shift key and click, gone, gone. And let's say these ones as well, gone. Okay. So with that being said, I've just got my 20s, my 25s and my 30s cigarette packs in this list here. So you can see just going from the left to the right, we have the stock item, the description, the region, if there was multiple regions, subgroup, the old retail price, and then based on that 10% increase, the new retail price there, as well as the list price there. Now, I can just go ahead and click OK to accept these, and they'll go to the label printer queue. But if I need to make an amends to one of these items, for example, let's say that first one, you can see there's quite a big difference in the sell price compared to the others. Let's say I wasn't making enough profit on that one. I actually have the ability to click on the new retail column there and manually override the price. So let's say it needs to be $49.90 just to match the other one below it. Also, yeah, you can decrease it as well if need be. But let's say that's it. I'm happy with those prices. Also, you do have the ability before you commit these changes, you can also just cancel out of it, and that will allow you to cancel and not commit those changes. But you also have the ability up the top here to go file and print and generate a report like so of your stock price changes. So if you were theoretically going to run through this beforehand maybe and not commit these changes until a later point in time, you can also just generate this report. But otherwise, you have the ability down the bottom right hand corner here to cancel, to not accept those changes, or you have the ability to proceed. And I'm going to proceed now. I'm going to hit OK. And it says 14 items will be changed. Are you sure? Yes, I am. So I'm going to hit yes to that, and that is all done. Now, as I mentioned, they are going to go to the label printing queue if you have that enabled. So if you do have that enabled, it's under the stock menu and label printing queue. If you don't have the label queue enabled, it'll just go directly to the point of sale and update your prices there. So let's have a look at the label queue. We have our 14 items there. You can see they've all gone through a price change. They were originally this price, they're now this price, and you can see the reason on the right hand side is the price change. So like always, we want to firstly print, so we say yes to generate this export. Once it comes up like so, we now have the ability to close off that there. And you can see now they've all got the printed status now against the right hand side, and we can just go delete all and say yes to this prompt. And now the stock changes, the sell prices will go through to the point of sale and your new cigarette prices are ready to go. And it's as simple as that. Thanks for watching our video on the global price changes function in Beacon. For any questions, please feel free to email us at support@beaconsoftware.com.au.